It's Sting! Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your TNA review. This one is for April 1st, 2006. We're around WrestleMania season. Not for TNA, though, for WWE. But Sting just seems to be a guy that never really goes away, man. No matter which product you're watching, apart from maybe WWE, because he kind of came in by the time the company went down the toilet. But we're used to seeing him in AEW. We just seen him come back at All In. We're used to seeing him being one of the faces of TNA, and obviously he's one of the faces of WCW. Is there a guy that has been in all four companies at the main event level? I know he didn't win the world title in AEW or WWE, but he had main event feuds. Is there a guy that was in all four companies that did that? Now, I know Jericho was in all four, but for me, ECW wasn't really... He was a mid-card guy, wasn't he?
ECW, or factor in ECW as well.
Yeah, ECW, TNA, WWE, AEW.
WCW?
WCW.
That's five.
Did I... wait, did I say ECW? Didn't mean that, I didn't. Yeah, that's small time. We're not counting ECW, but we're talking...
ECW is bigger time than AEW.
In terms... Well, I mean, I guess they had over 1 million... But here, so did TNA and AEW at one point.
Who else is there? There's... Jeff Jarrett, but he didn't really have ECW, but he never really had it in WWE either. It's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
It's got to be Sting. It can only be Sting.
Is there anyone who's been in all five companies? Jericho's never been in TNA.
Van Damme, was he in WCW?
Nah.
Yes, there you go. Sabu's been in every company.
Sabu has been in every company.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Let us know, guys, down below. Can you name 3 wrestlers outside of Sabu who have appeared and wrestled a match in all 5 of those companies? TNA, ECW, WCW, WWE, and AEW.
Raven. Oh, fuck Raven.
AEW. What are you doing, AEW?
That's true. I thought I was onto one there. Fucking Raven.
Raven. Anyway, right, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. It is TNA. We kick off with... Basically, Team Canada, they opened the show celebrating last week. They sing the national anthem. We see that they obviously battered the Dudleys last week. But then the Dudleys come down to the ring and they attack Team Canada. But it's a lopsided, fight because Team Canada have more members. They give Team 3D a 5-on-2 beatdown. Eric Young does a wee elbow drop on Devon through the table. And then they drop a Canadian flag over Brother Ray. Scott D'Amore cuts a promo saying he hates Americans. Look, didn't think it was bad, but we kind of seen this end the show last week. Did it really need to start the show this week? It was kind of like a continuation. It was the same thing. Last week, that cage match, we seen the Dudleys battered and bloodied and had the flag dripped over them while Team Canada celebrated. It's the same thing this week. We see Team 3D down in the ring, Canadian flag over them while Team Canada celebrate. I mean, I'm all for it, but it just seemed weird placement.
It is weird placement. Says the same stuff about he hates Americans. We get it. Change the rhetoric up a bit. Will there be comeuppance tonight, though? We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's fine. But, as you say, it's repetitive. Especially to end the show and start a show.
Yeah, then we get an interview with Jeremy Borash, Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner on America's Most Wanted. Jeff Jarrett said his team at Lockdown would be himself, Scott Steiner, and America's Most Wanted. Scott Steiner said they were there. They were aware that Sting was there, and they warned him not to show his face. Will Sting listen to the largest arms in the world, or will Sting appear anyway?
It's Spike TV. It's not Showtime, is it?
What Jeff Jarrett needed to do was, instead of saying anything, just give the mic straight to Scott Steiner. That's the key here on this run.
That is the key.
English. Even Jeremy Borash, just let Scott Steiner interview himself.
Just force the mic down Steiner's throat.
Yep, we had the tag team title match, America's Most Wanted versus the James Gang, BJ and Kip James. Jackie Gada and Gail Kim were out there. Gail Kim poured a bottle of beer over her head. They got into a bit of a fight. Conan came down. Now, Online World of Wrestling said he looked very lazy. I mean, Jesus Christ, he was walking like an 8-year-old man. The way he just got into the ring and lackadaisically hit Billy Gunn over the head. It looked cheap as fuck, it really did.
This is Conan.
It's always been a style, hasn't it?
Conan is like the worst worker I've ever seen in the history of wrestling.
Conan should just be a manager and stay on the mic. That's where he's actually good.
No, he's always been like this. Like, obviously, I think as the years go on, he might have got worse. But
yeah, but this looked like a lack of effort rather than just being, a poor worker. Jesus Christ.
But he's always been like this, honestly, man. I've watched a lot of Conan.
It was like he was sleepwalking. Bob Anderson came out, chased Conan away, and they hyped up their arm wrestling match next week. I'll never understand why Conan is so afraid of Bob Anderson. I just don't really...
He moves quicker than him.
Well, that could be true, but yeah, I personally just don't really get it. We then go for an in-ring interview with Jimmy Borash and Fowler James Mitchell with Abyss. Mitchell says they accomplished the mission last week in the show part 2 of the video with Alex Shelley stalking Christian Cage's wife, and then we see the video of Abyss going to Christian Cage's house and they're brawling in the house. Don't know whether this was Christian's actual house or not. I mean, I guess it could have been a decent looking house. Christian gets thrown into the swimming pool. I don't think it was his house, by the way, but whatever. And then Abyss gets in and starts to drown him, and Fowler Mitchell has to tell Abyss, look, you can't win the title if you kill him.
And you'd be going to jail as well.
Abyss then leaves. I mean, first of all, he pulls Christian Cage's lifeless body at the pool, which was nice so Christian didn't drown. I mean, that was nice of Abyss. And at ringside, Don West was so fucking disgusted. He took this horribly bad. He was like, I'm not speaking to you, and he walked off.
It is a bit pathetic though, isn't it?
Well, I don't get it. Like, but you look at, I mean, just look at SmackDown. We were talking about it. You've got Corey Graves and who's the other guy? Wade Barrett, right? Two guys that aren't overly old. Two guys that were like athletes in their prime, actual wrestlers. Two guys that you would have to believe could sort of handle themselves in some sort of physical way. And they sit there the entire time. And you can argue, right, it's trying to put people over, but all it does is make them look pathetic. Then you literally have like out of shape Don West and old Mike Tenay. I guess Don West was pretty old at this point as well. But you've got them here, you know, like giving shit. They give it to Jarrett. They give it to like Fowler James Mitchell here, and he's got Abyss right beside him.
Yeah.
Like, I just think the way they do the commentary now it's horrible.
No, yeah, people can say it puts the people over. I think it buries your commentators more than it puts people over. You need your commentators to put people over. JR did it, but he didn't fucking demasculate himself while he was doing it.
Even El Hebner, man, he got Triple H's face numerous times, and
like JR, Austin makes me quiver like a child. He's the man. He didn't say that. I know it sounded more like McMahon, but fuck it.
Yeah, anyway, Don West walked off. A bit weird. I guess he walked back, though, for the next match. It was number one contender match.
Sell a brown paper bag.
Samoa Joe defeated Alex Shelley, Sonjay Dutt and Chris Sabin. Samoa Joe wins the right to face Daniels on TNA when they moved to Thursday nights on April 13. Samoa Joe then brawled with Daniels, who was on commentary. He didn't replace West. West actually came back, so it was TNA, West, and Daniels. Look, I've just never been a Daniels fan, what it is.
Never will be. Don't understand the love for the guy.
I don't think he's horrible by any means, but for me, he's just been a guy that's been lucky to stick around in wrestling for like 30 years.
Yeah. Honestly, if he was the higher par, I don't think anything changes. I just don't see how he gets over.
Fucking ratings maybe change.
The ratings would have changed.
Anyway, we go into...
Him becoming the higher par might have reversed the Monday Night Wars.
Could have.
It fucking could have.
The Austin effect. No. Uno reverse. Anyway, then we go into the ring. Jeff Jarrett, Scott Steiner are there. Jarrett's army. They're calling out Sting. They want to see Sting. Sting, where the hell are you? But don't get Sting. They get Rhino. Rhino appears in the start. Rhino comes out with the James gang, and they say that they're basically just getting started. But Jarrett says there's only 3 of you and 4 of us. Ron Killen then appears in another section of the crowd. Now keep in mind the impact zone's really small, so everyone's probably within a stone throw of each other here. It's not like you're massive. You could probably reach out and touch Ron Killens if you were a Jeff Jarrett, but Ron Killens then started, you can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get up, or you can... And then Jarrett's like, look, shut up, no one's here to hear you rap. You're going to get down with Scott Steiner. He's going to take you down. We have Shark Boy with Ron Killens. We have Norman Smiley, whose body looks very out of proportion.
And Chase Stevens.
Is that the guy that was standing behind them that couldn't make out?
Yep.
Well, there you go. Thought it was just some random guy in the crowd. Turns out it was Chase Stevens, I guess his tag team partner, not there tonight. Selling the effects.
4 fucking jobbers.
Selling the effects of the chair shot. Or maybe that's his tag team partner's done. Who knows at this point?
Just felt very WCW this.
AJ Styles then appears, like, not on top of the Titantron, but he's on top of the part where, to the left of the stage, where, like, Jeff Hardy would throw himself off it. And you've got AJ Styles with Sabin, Sonjay Dutt and Jay Lethal asking if Jarrett wants a war. And then the lights go out, Sting appears, Sting gets in the ring. And, I mean, to begin with, he does okay on Jarrett's army, but for some reason, like, nobody came to help him. It was literally Jarrett's army against Sting until Jarrett's army gained the upper hand, and then everyone else came down. All of Sting's allies came to the ring, and Jarrett and his army ran away, but you're like, why the fuck did they wait until Sting was getting battered to make the save?
Maybe it was longer than a stone throws away.
Were they walking to the ring like Conan or something?
Maybe. Very lazy.
1 mile per hour. Anyway, guys, that was the end of the show. I thought it was a decent wee show, yeah, you know, only 2 matches, but I'm not going to complain about that. With the pretty much everything was alright. I mean, the intro was a little bit repetitive, but I mean, after that, I mean, it kind of did pick up. We got a little bit of Scott Steiner on the mic. We got a tag team title match, which was alright. We got the whole Fowler James Mitchell stuff and with the commentary team, and then showing the footage from attacking Christian. We got a number one contenders match, which I just didn't really care for. And then we got the ending where you see Sting and Jeff Jarrett's cronies get attacked and outnumbered. I thought it was decent. You know, I'll give this a 5 out of 10.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was good.
There you go. You're getting a 6 out of 10. I'm going to get a 5 out of 10. That's a 5.5 out of 10. TNA, I think, is beginning to pick up a little bit recently because it did go through a period there where there was just some really lackluster shows, but you know, Scott Steiner's there, Sting's there. We're heading to Thursday nights. So, yeah, it might be good, but it's 5.5, guys, out of 10. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.